And we're back at it again. Couch Company Podcast. My name is John, and with me, as always, Tyler.
Hey, John.
What is going on, man?
That was like the most straightforward, clean one we've done in...
I just listened to our previous episode. I was like, holy shit. Maybe we go back to the basics a little bit there.
Surprise some people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you get two out of the box, the original will be the surprise. There's
was this the... I guess this would be the original.
It's probably as vanilla as it gets.
Yeah. We'd have to go back and see.
Not vanilla, but, kind of straightforward, standard.
We've been doing it for quite a...
Yeah, we have been at this for quite a while, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I love being able to scroll through our giant list of top fives.
I like hitting there's a number at the bottom where you can go to like page 2. And I like that. That's
there you go.
good. Yeah.
Check out our top fives, by the way, at couchcompany.games.
Yeah.
We got our top 5 lists. We got our reviews on there as well. A lot of good stuff.
I don't want to say reviews, so maybe ratings, because there's no review per
That's
se.
True.
It's
not all of them, but I mean, some of the reviews that we did do, we put a score to it.
We put a score to it. If we have a YouTube video up of us playing it, we have a link in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we got some stuff,
Yeah.
in the archive.
Thinking back, I might not have put Portal up there.
You didn't.
I should do that.
I was about to tell you that after this is done, but
Okay. Well,
Portal is great, and
myself out.
we got to get around to playing Portal too.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Are you? I was.
No, well, so it is kind of funny, and this is a little bit of a foreshadowing or teaser, as they might say.
Okay.
But during the Nintendo Direct, Portal was announced on there, and they were showing
Wild, yeah.
some of the clips from Portal 2. I'm like, oh, this is...
Kicks it up a notch.
A lot more to this. There's a potato on my gun or something. So what the fuck is that about?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, pretty interesting. So I'm really excited about that. And I mean, we're going to get into all of that stuff, but let me tell you this first.
Okay.
So I was on my way over here,
Yeah.
and as always, I got to get my juice. What is my juice? It's also known as, AKA, as they say in the biz, Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Please sponsor us.
Love
your product.
Like looking over there, the basic Red Bull. No weird diet stuff. No flavor. Does Red Bull have flavors?
Yes, but usually you see like the regular Red Bull and like the sugar-free.
Did I make this up? Is there a Red Bull coffee? Did I dream that? Was
wow,
that a
I don't
fever dream?
know. That sounds probably like
Did
something
I just
exists.
drink a Red Bull and then slug a coffee back right after?
See, when you drink enough Mountain Dew and eat enough Doritos, sometimes you just get into this fucking trance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Start inventing new things. But anyways, I love Red Bull. It vitalizes body and mind. It says that right on the can there.
See, how can you say that?
Yeah, but not it gives you wings.
It vitalizes?
Vitalizes, yeah.
What is it? Okay, I'm going to look that up.
Okay.
I want the official definition of vitalizes.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyways.
Keep going. Yeah, I'm sorry.
This doesn't really have anything to do with Red Bull. It just turned into a huge sponsorship spot.
Sure.
So I'm getting my Red Bulls. There's a huge line. But ever since you told me that you can use the self-checkout without having a Sheets card, I'm just going, like, because I think everyone in the world thinks you need a Sheets card.
And you can thank Giant Eagle for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are all
Local.
Northeast
Yeah,
based.
sure.
Yeah, but it's a grocery store is to blame for the, what would you call that, gas station? Food gas station kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think those are around.
Convenience store
Yeah.
that has a gas station.
Those are everywhere now, like Wawa and I don't know what's down south, but probably something equivalent.
7-Eleven.
I wonder if there's anything in Germany, man. Do you guys
Maybe.
Do you guys have gas station / food stuff?
Are they all electric now?
They might
I
be.
feel like they're technologically advanced.
Well, the Sheets
right?
here is a lot of electric. I mean, right where you live.
Yeah, they went pretty hard on the Tesla stuff.
Yeah.
They just upgraded them, I guess, to like the supercharged ones.
I don't know. I'm not super into electric cars. Anyways,
not yet. Yeah.
I go to the self-checkout, man. I skip this whole line. Nothing in this world makes you feel better. I just fucking skipped the whole line. It's like I'm a VIP, dude.
Yeah.
And then now I'm here.
Now, were the people in line doing like the alcohol purchases?
There were
stuff?
some,
Yeah.
but definitely at least half of them were not.
So they probably thought like
just
you,
peasants.
and they're just like, I don't have a Sheets card. I can't do this.
That's what I used to think.
Yeah.
And then you blew my mind the one day.
I don't like whenever you scan it and they're like, oh, thank you, frequent shopper, or something like that. It's a weird, I mean, maybe it's if I use my Sheets card, they say you're a frequent shopper, and I'm like, well, that's a little judgy.
Thank you, Tyler DeFazio, SSN number 1395.
Yeah, it's like, oh, another taco bowl, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, maybe take it easy on the Sheets fries, you fat fuck. Yeah, but
in that nice woman's voice.
yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like a boss, dude. Skipping anything, skipping lines.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you ever go to like an amusement park and you can like buy those passes to skip lines?
Yeah, I never did, but I always got annoyed at people that did that.
Yeah, like at Kennywood, which is our local amusement park.
Yeah, very localized.
They don't have like a fast pass thing like Disney does, but there are these like...
Oh, they don't?
No. Well, there is something you can purchase for it. So in Disney, there's a specific fast pass line. They might have changed it, but there used to be a line that they built differently where you kind of bypass the regular line.
So you're still in a line.
Just less.
It's just like, this is the high class line.
Yeah, it's fucking the class structure. But anyways, so you only get to use a certain number of fast passes or something. I forget how it fucking works. But in Kennywood, they don't have the extra line. So you literally just see people walking up the exit and getting onto the line in front of you.
Yeah.
And I remember I would get so fucking mad. Yeah. And this always happens to me because I have the worst luck. I'd be like fucking talking to my friend and be like, oh, this is such bullshit. Turn around. They're like in a wheelchair. I'm like, shit. Like, that's just what happens to me, man. It's like,
look, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything untoward. I feel like even if you're in a wheelchair, is that grounds to cut a line?
According to Kennywood, it is.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a logistic as well. It might be hard to like be in line just in a wheelchair because a lot of them.
And I know I sound like an asshole saying that. I don't mean, but it's just like I don't know.
No,
like,
I got you. You've been watching too much Larry David, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's actually.
What would he say about that? He would go off.
Yeah,
dude, he would go off.
I guess I'm not that bad. I keep it to myself.
That's what I'm saying. That's my bar. Like, if I start sounding like him, it's like, okay, wait, maybe I need to pump the brakes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Have a little bit of class. But anyways, I'm feeling pretty good about that. And I don't know. There's my story for the day, man.
It's Valentine's Day. We should mention that. By the time this goes up, it's going to be the 14th.
Yeah, do something nice.
Happy birthday, Nate.
For your significant other.
Yeah.
Two different thoughts there, but
both
things happen on the same day. I should be
thinking about my fiance right now.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. We might do like a dinner. Like she'll cook something. But
dude, you should buy her some Nike socks.
Nike socks.
Yeah.
Okay, I could do that.
Dude, I think, let me tell you, Nike socks are the way to go. They are the best performing socks in the market. You got to get the dry fit though.
I agree with you. The problem is she has so many socks and I literally told her that like this last night. She had a black sock with white stars on it.
Yeah.
And a white Disney princess sock.
Oh, at the same time?
At the same time. Yeah. I was like, you didn't even try. Like I could see if it was like a black sock and one had stars. And like me, like I'll have two black socks and maybe one has a green stripe and the other one has a red stripe or whatever.
Right.
And her stipulation, which I can't fault her for, she's like, as long as it's the same height of a sock, and as long as it's the same thickness of a sock, she's good to go.
Oh, okay.
So that's her.
I would have called off the wedding personally, but
we're too far gone.
Is that what
we
it
went
is?
for suit fittings last week, so we got
true.
those. I'm picking mine up in a month. I'm down 5 pounds since that suit fitting.
Very nice. I'm down 4 myself.
Nice.
So after tonight, it's going to go back up to probably down 2.
No, tonight's a grilled chicken sandwich and 1 Miller Lite. That's my.
All right, man. I'm going to hold you to that.
That's fine. That's good.
Speaking of suit fittings, I think you have a bit of a tale to tell in terms of that.
I have a tale to tell?
Let me just inform the audience. I'm a very trusting man. Okay. I believe in the hope of humanity, the goodness in people's hearts.
You're really teeing this up. Okay.
So when I believe what someone tells me, I take their word for it, man.
Oh, I forgot about this.
I want to believe they have my best interest in their heart. And with that preface going into this, Tyler, what happened to us on Suit Physics?
I cannot believe I already forgot about that. So
I know. You're like, oh, the whole reason I did this is for the story.
So I was hanging out with Nate, my best man.
My cousin.
We were at his house and just kind of hanging out, waiting for the suit fitting, which was around like 3:00. And you text me and you're like, hey, do I need to did you say, do I need to wear anything special?
Yeah. Is there anything I need to wear? Make it easier for them to fit me?
So immediately it was like, I was like, guys, code red. I think Mike was there too. And I was like, code red. John just asked me this, like, we can have some fun here. which already I feel kind of
You
bad
bastard.
thinking about it. But I'm like, we gotta figure this out.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta tell him to wear a suit, right? And everyone was like, yeah, 100%. So I text you back and I was like, all right, well, just wear your best fitting suit. And you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I have to wear a suit? And it's like, well, yeah, how else are they gonna measure you, right? Like, you're like, they're gonna measure me, and it's like
with a tape measure,
yeah,
like
it's like
they always do.
And as like with COVID and everything, it's not as thorough as it was before. Like that gives them the jumping off point,
Right.
and I just like, I think you said "okay, boss," which made me feel terrible because you're just like, all right, like I'm trusting you, like I got it,
yeah, 100%. I was like, oh, Tyler wouldn't lie to me,
and I had the whole like, hey, dude, I'm effing with you, like teed up, ready to go, and then Nate was just like, you cannot send that, like you're not allowed, and I didn't, and we got there, and here you come looking.
Let me just tell the audience,
heck, man.
Like I was asking my parents, I was like, yeah, like I'm trying to find my suit and everything. I'm scrambling. My mom's fucking pressing my shirt. And
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I was like talking to my dad. I'm like, yeah, this is so strange. Like, first of all, they thought this wedding is like super strange because you guys are getting married on Easter weekend. And much like your parents, who probably are laying an egg about that too. Like they're like, dude, you can't get married on Easter weekend. Like what pastor is going to do that, right?
We can't. Like there were no like openings. Like when you go someplace, like because if you think about it, everyone moved their wedding from the year of really the 2 years of COVID,
right,
to this year. So it's
you're exactly right. So they're already like, man, this is a weird wedding. And now I'm telling them like I have to wear a suit to the suit fitting. They're like, what the fuck? What are you going to? Are you sure this is a wedding? So I arrive. I see Gerard in the parking lot, and I'm like, it's fucking over. Like,
and Gerard's great because he has a massive beard going on right now, and like it's not like he looked like a hobo or anything, but like he was like hoodie on, like just like kind of like a normal like casual look.
Yeah.
And here you come walking in, just suit, like it was great.
Yeah, full suit, only one in the store. I probably looked nicer than literally the workers there.
Yeah,
because I have this nice Calvin Klein suit that I dug out. And
let me ask you this, because I didn't ask you: did it help at all? Like, did they look at your suit?
Oh, it was awesome.
Like,
yeah, he's
okay,
literally
this is perfect.
like, I told him like, oh, my friends were playing a prank on me. He was like, wait, what do you mean? Didn't you do this on purpose? Like he couldn't understand that.
Really?
Yeah, it was really funny. He's like,
that's awesome.
So what is that? I'm like 41 long. He's like, okay, perfect. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like I was done way faster than everyone else. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. Me, I felt terrible because it took me like an hour because I got a custom suit.
That's true. Yeah. But you're gonna look good in that, man.
I sure hope so. Yeah. The guy, like, I know. We even cut my ramble on how bad Men's Warehouse was on a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
I will say the Cranberry Men's Warehouse, like, I might say that is the best customer experience I've ever had across the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was telling you, like when I went to the Ross Park Mall one, I had an amazing experience there when I got like one of my first suits. Like everyone's super knowledgeable. They love suits. They're all wearing like really nice stuff. Cause I remember I went to high school with a guy who worked there, and he's like super into that. And they were all like that, super helpful, and you can tell when
there were like 5 guys there, and I was just overhearing different people talking stuff, and every single one was knowledgeable, friendly, helpful, like helping everyone.
Yeah, you can tell they really like what they do,
and it's a smaller store. The weird thing, and like I won't go super into this, but like when you look at the Ross Park one, it's in the mall, so like no windows. Right. It's this big like dungeon thing. It was just the feel of that versus this small front windows, bright sun. Like it was such a different feeling. It's hard for me to believe it's the same store. Like, it was so cool. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have sent my suit to the Ross Park Mall one. I hope it doesn't get lost or something, but I don't want to drive out the Cranberry for it.
I don't blame you, yeah.
Well, there is the story, and I will never be trusting you again in my life.
I know. So. I blew it on that, and I feel
Hey, I don't care, man. I was the best looking guy.
You 100% were.
At Ichiban. So
yeah, and I did give you the little out of just bring like jeans, like just bring a change of clothes, you're fine. And then
I did,
like,
and
but like, what's the point? Like, you looked good.
Yeah, no, dude, everyone has that one outfit they feel the best. You know what I mean? Whatever that might be. And for me, it's a suit. If I'm in a full suit, man, I'm feeling my best, 100%.
I hope that this triggers something where I'm like, all right, like I look good in this. I'm gonna go down this line. I can see myself going into suits.
Oh yeah,
like watch it, like start like dressing up a little bit.
Dude, I'm totally down for that. I love suits.
I say
watches.
as I'm wearing like
my
Friday hoodie. I wear a green
Pittsburgh
hoodie
Pirates.
every Friday. Just it's my comfy hoodie.
Yeah. I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hoodie. So, I mean, I'd be totally down to go that rabbit hole. I was telling you, like, originally you were like, hey, we're just going to get suits and everyone will buy it.
Yeah.
And I was down for that because I love having suits. I have a bunch. So
it just got in a weird area where it was like, and even then, I don't even know if I made the right call, but it's just like,
pretty pricey.
Yeah, it was super expensive. Like, I don't know. Everything's just expensive anymore.
That's true. But speaking of expensive, it's going to be later.
Ooh,
just kidding. A little tease. Got to tease them. So we did reach out to the people because we love the people. You know, me not so much anymore because the people lied to me. People being you and your friends.
Oh, I'm people. Okay.
You are people.
Yeah, that's fair.
But my train of thought is gone. But we heard from the people this week again, our Twitter polls.
Little bird told us.
Tuesday, Thursday, Twitter polls, Couch Company. You got to be there. Yeah. So the Olympics are going on right now. Mm-hmm. And it kind of sparked in my head. I remember, so we do cabin trips every once in a while. And I remember, did you guys do snow tubing or was that just a
No, I think it's an ongoing joke at this point where
really?
It's like, hey, we're going to go here. We're going to snow tube. It's going to be great.
Because we went to a cabin. And it was in the middle of summer.
No, yeah. We don't.
So anyways, I was like, all right. So, you know, in that vein, you know, you have snowboarding, you have skiing, you have snow tubing. That's really the three kind of snow activities where you ride down a hill.
Yeah, sure.
So I polled the people on which one of those activities sounds most appealing to them. For that one, it was a tie between skiing and snow tubing, which is interesting. I think
snowboard love.
No snowboard love. I think we're starting to gauge that our audience maybe isn't as extreme as I thought they once were.
Or they're higher class. Isn't skiing like the uppity?
The uppity up? Yeah. I think you might be onto something there.
Well, skiing's easier, right? So
yes, I believe so.
Yeah, snowboarding's the tough one.
The easiest is snow tubing, though. I mean,
I would go snow tubing. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge snow sports kind of guy.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to put a fourth option that said staying in the cabin drinking hot cocoa, but
yeah, or like other. And
other.
Guy being like, I like coffee.
Well, other could be. Well, I always think about other, but other could be anything.
Yeah.
So everyone would pick other.
Well, hey, we want those.
Got to have a theme.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to stick to the theme. So that was the first one, which I thought was interesting. I don't think you can vote on your own polls, can you?
No, but that's why we do that under Couch Company, and I have my own Twitter account.
That's true. I do not have my own Twitter account. Yeah. So I would probably say, that's actually a tough one. I haven't thought about this one enough. I'd probably say, I want to say snowboarding, but I think I'd be really bad at it. But I'm going to say it anyways.
So you've never, need like a snowboarding lesson, like go down like the...
No, I've never done any of that. No, never had a chance. So... I think that would be fun, though, if we ever did a snow tubing cabin trip.
Well, we say that, and then we get, like, super hammered or something, where it's just like, hey, going out and running down a hill sounds like the worst thing.
That's true, although we had pretty intense game of foursquare volleyball.
That's a cool thing.
The day after.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, actually.
For sure.
So that was our first poll. So we appreciate everyone who participated into that poll. Be on the lookout for our polls every Tuesday, Thursday. Tuesday is game-related. Thursday is everything else.
You put a lot of thought into the methodology behind that. That's good. You're very structured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. All right. The other poll we had was the Tuesday poll, and this is game related. And as everyone knows, my favorite game of all time is Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay.
But after that, it is Bloons Tower Defense 6.
I thought you were going to just floor me for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Bloons Tower Defense 6 my second favorite game of all time?
Third favorite, probably.
It's in my top 10.
Yeah.
But anyways, we've been playing a lot of balloons, and balloons are on the mind. I asked the audience what their favorite branch was. And what I mean by that is there's different branches of monkeys. Okay, you have your primary monkeys, your military, your magic, and your support monkeys.
Yeah.
So I asked the audience what their favorite branch was, and it was a tie between military and magic, which did not surprise me. I think those are the two most fun to use.
They're they're cool. Like, right, like I would assume, like when I think magic, it's the Necromancer Tower, and for military monkey, what do you think? Sniper?
Yeah, sniper. The planes are cool. The helicopters are cool.
So are the planes? I guess they would be military, huh?
Yeah, military is like your sniper, your plane, your mortars, your choppers.
I don't know why I consider mortar like support. It doesn't make sense.
They're in the back. I can understand how you come to that conclusion, but they're definitely military.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm wrong. I understand that. Yeah.
No, I got you. But those are my favorite personally. But the magic ones are really cool too. You know, you got the wizard monkey, which is probably the best tower in the game, right? The best unit.
Yeah, next to the permaspikes, which we found out about.
Yeah, and that kind of leads us into my next thought here. We've been, playing. Started a new series really, where we're playing each map of Bloons, and we'll see how long we go with this, but it's a lot of fun right now. So we've been trying to master Monkey Meadows, which is the first map on Bloons.
How many maps are there? Do we know?
There's got to be like
over 30
plus.
Right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And we're trying to do every difficulty and every what would you call it? Every challenge or game mode.
Yeah, every possible iteration of that map we were playing.
So every difficulty has a game mode where the rules change slightly. It makes it more challenging. So we just completed Monkey Meadows last night.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. You can check that series out on our YouTube channel. So we're getting those up currently.
We brought in some guests. So the way I'm kind of structuring that is anything where it's us two playing a game and guests is just like a couch party. That's kind of like the playlist.
Yeah.
And then I have that broken out by game.
Absolutely. So it was a blast.
Yeah.
There were some really funny moments. There were some really clutch moments. As Tyler alluded to, the permaspike plus the alchemist, you just have to watch it. That's all I'm going to say. You gotta watch it. We should clip that because that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So Bloons Tower Defense 6, a fantastic game. Our highest rated game so far.
93.
93. Yep. Go play the game, man. I was like asking a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends have never played it. I'm like, dude, like Zach from Kansas who gave us a audio question a couple weeks ago. He sits in a truck all day and he's always trying to find things to do. That's why he was asking us about RuneScape because he's always playing RuneScape.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I was like, dude, play Bloons Tower Defense 6. Yeah. You're piecing together everything.
Zach from Pittsburgh just messaged me and said that they put a Bloons Tower Defense 6 Plus on Apple Arcade, which is interesting because the whole shtick about Apple Arcade is there are no microtransactions.
Right.
So, like, how does that work, right? Like,
I don't know.
Can you not buy, like, monkey dollars? Or, like, is the upgrade path, like, faster? You know what I mean? Like, can you unlock stuff quicker? I'd be very interested to see that. And is it still crossplay? Because if I could pay for Apple Arcade and get like a faster track for some monkey bucks, ooh.
Does that carry over? I guess it's on your Kiwi Ninja account, right?
It should, but that's the main question I have.
Yeah.
Is the TD6 Plus the same game?
We have all the towers unlocked at this point, though. So
yeah, but I don't have all the champs. Like I wouldn't mind some extra cash.
Hey, man. You got to look into that for me. See what you come up with.
Zach's supposed to let me know if his progress carries, so we'll see.
Yeah, very good. So, stay tuned for that. That's been a lot of fun. I've been having a blast with that.
Yeah, what else have you been having a blast with?
So, recently, after many, many months, a couple months, I finally broke out my steering wheel, and played Forza Horizon 5. That game is a ton of fun, man. And
do you like the wheel? Like, is it
wheel's
everything
awesome.
You wanted?
Yeah. So actually, it was kind of funny. So at first, the wheel was fucking awful. And I was like, what is going on? I am literally just crashing into walls. I'm like, man, I am the worst driver I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. I couldn't believe it. And after doing some investigating, apparently there's a software you need to download so that it can register my wheel properly.
I wonder if that was my problem because I hated it. I hated it so much.
I guarantee that was your problem.
Oh, man.
Because it feel super loose and like you just kept spinning out.
Yeah, like I was like maybe driving's hard. Like maybe driving these like high-end cars is like hard and it's like super realistic and I hate it. Yeah, that could be it.
No, so you need to buy, I had the Logitech. So I need to download the Logitech software, and it calibrates my steering wheel, and then you can adjust it in there, man. See, like how much resistance you want and everything. You can make it as realistic as you want, or it's so awesome. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So like do you have to set it up and just be like, all right, I am invested in this Forza playing session?
Absolutely, yeah. So I got to strap everything in. There's a ton of wires and everything. Yeah. So like that was all I was playing for days on end.
Sure.
So that is a hassle, but once you have everything locked in, ready to go, it's a blast.
Nice.
The
it's
pedals,
not like wrecking your desk with the vibrations.
no, because so you can adjust the vibrations as well. Because I know you did talk to me about that. So yeah, it's definitely not wrecking my desk. You can actually turn the vibrations off too. So
okay,
yeah, completely all adjustable. There's a ton of options they can do. That game is beautiful though. I mean, it runs like butter. And it looks so nice.
Yeah.
So what an optimized game. I mean, that's how you do a PC port, man. It just plays so well.
That's awesome.
I know it's like pretty similar to Forza Horizon 4. Kind of just like copy and paste, add little things,
Right.
But if the formula works, I mean, how do you feel? Like, what do you feel about like a game that just keeps adding to itself?
It's
seemingly
tough.
has the formula down.
You mean from like a rating perspective, or like what you're looking for?
Yeah, like, do you think it gets stale? Do you think like that's the preferred method? Like, if it's not broken,
Right.
don't fix it, kind of deal.
It's super tough because. So actually, here, let me. Do you have anything else to say about Forza? Because I'll kind of segue a little bit.
Not really. I mean, I just wanted to say, I guess my history in Forza is like I played the motorsports games back when it released on Xbox.
The more like sim, like the realistic.
Yeah, the
stuff,
more racing sim style. But I played with controllers. The first time I played with a wheel.
Yeah.
And that was back on Xbox 360. So I forget which one that was, but whatever came out with the Xbox 360. Because I remember I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Forza Motorsport, whatever.
Three, I think
2 or 3.
Three sounds right.
I know that the first one was on the original Xbox, so it might have been 2 or 3. Anyways, so it's been a long time, and I never played the Horizon series, so it was all fresh to me. So my perspective is probably a little bit more than someone who's played previous entries, because it's like, okay, like I'm like you said, it's like I haven't played a lot of it, but I pretty much get the gist. It's pretty much the same thing, different location, couple extra goodies, right?
Yeah,
but I had a blast with it. Like, I love cars. I just like, I'll sit there for 30 minutes just looking at all the cars.
See, that's the thing, is you like cars, so like naturally, and like, to be fair, that is new. So when I started Horizon, it was 3, which was Australia. Then it went to, I guess, London or England or whatever they said, and then I don't know if it was all Europe or not. And then obviously with this one with Mexico, right? Mexico?
Yes, Mexico. Yeah.
So my thing is like, it felt very samey, because it is kind of the same thing. Like, very few.
It's the festival. It's mini games,
right? Like, it's a collectathon, which I love. Like, I love going around collecting different things, and that's what I got really into.
Yeah.
So I really liked Australia for the locale and just driving around, having fun, and kind of racing and stuff. And then I got tired of that, and then London was all about the collectibles, and I collected like everything, painted every road and stuff like that. Yeah. And I started doing that in 5, and I'm just like, this is very like. I don't know what that time, like the timeline is, because it's been 2-3 years, I think, since the games. But I'm just like, still, I feel like I just played this. I feel like I just did this.
Yeah.
And I should give it more of a chance, because I thought that I wasn't super keen on the Mexico locale, but apparently opens up and it changes and different things.
I actually really enjoyed the Mexico locale. I think it's beautiful. Like, it actually makes me want to visit Mexico. Like, it is beautiful. I mean, that's awesome. I love driving along the coastline, and like I said, the game's beautiful, man. Yeah. Like, I remember when they were talking about this at E3. Was it E3 of the game? I think it was E3 actually, and they were talking about like the technology they use to capture the landscape of Mexico. Like, they use satellite grid technology or whatever the fuck it is to like really capture it. I mean, it just looks so nice. You can just see all the work that goes into it. I wish there was ray tracing on it. So the only part of the game that's actually ray traced is when you're in the vehicle screen, when you're looking at a specific vehicle, and that looks fucking stunning, man. Like, you can see the reflections in the paint, and so good. But I wish we could see that while you're driving. That would be probably lights the PCs on fire.
Well, so to segue on both things, you asked me about is it okay if a game just kind of just kind of does the same thing and just more of the same,
right?
And then with ray tracing, so I started playing Dying Light 2 Stay Human, I think is what it's called. Which was fine. I liked Dying Light 1 a ton. Not so much for the story, but I loved the going around, collecting things, running around. Like, it was a very fun, like, parkour movement thing, like a sandbox you kind of just play in.
From what I've seen, it looks very fluid.
It's very, very fluid. Yeah. Like, the first one I thought was a great test case for like, hey, did you ever want to have an Assassin's Creed first person game?
I was just about to say, how does it liken to?
I think you could easily, like playing the first one, I was like, we could totally see an Assassin's Creed in first person and it'd be good. And 2 is very much the same thing. I think with 2, the thing that I'm starting to find out is it's a slow start. I appreciate the fact that within maybe like an hour and a half, they kind of just were like, all right, and here's the open world. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they get you on some things where it's like, oh, I can't scale this building because they don't have enough energy and stuff. So it's this weird kind of juxtapose where at the end of 1, obviously you're a god. You're like running on rooftops and jumping over zombies and vaulting and doing all this stuff. And on this one, it's like all that gets pulled drastically back. And you know it's there in the game, right? Like you could see your little skill tree or whatever, but I feel like it's such a slow progression. Granted, I'm only like maybe 4 or 5 hours in, but I'm just like, oh man, this is like, I want it to be as fun as getting off of 1,
right?
And it's not. And I feel like in 1, I was getting to that place faster, and I might be misremembering because it's been a while, but I don't know. It's good, but on the
that's an interesting thing you bring up. So sorry to cut you off, but like that's what a sequel runs into, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you complete the first game, obviously you're God, you're like the best you can be, and then when you feel that scaling back in the sequel, like that's always a bummer to me, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like it feels like all that effort that you put into collecting everything and becoming so powerful, kind of goes away, obviously in the sequel, and that's a tough thing to balance. Like, you have to have room to grow. Mm-hmm. But you also want to make the first game fun, and get to a crazy level. I wonder if there's like a balance to how you can do that. Have the feeling of, hey, this isn't the first game. We've progressed, right? This is the sequel. Like, I think that'd be pretty interesting.
It's tough because especially when you have like an open world game like that, where there was some like material going around where it's like, this is 500 hours of content if you do every single thing and all that stuff. If you're talking about a game that big, I understand you need to like pad some stuff out and make it where it's still consistently like rewarding and whatnot, which is one thing. But you look at games coming out like Horizon, you look at God of War, like like those sequels are coming out, and it's like, okay, well, I'm very curious on like what they're doing. Like I'm sure a new Spider-Man game is going to be coming out. Like technically Miles Morales did.
Right.
They got around that because it's a different character, so like different powers, different things, and you can kind of go that route. So it's like, what do you bring new to the table? And so far, I haven't seen anything new in Dying Light that wasn't like, oh, why'd you choose this? So like, there's a little bit more of a sneaking thing, and they add like a timer now. So if you're at night, like you could turn. So like, if you want to do like a run at night, that's fine, but you have to make sure you have enough like humanity left in you before you turn into a zombie, because everyone's just infected. You're going to turn into a zombie unless you stay in the ultraviolet light or sun.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I'm very big on exploring, taking my time, sneaking around, and then just running and just kind of doing it. And this game just adds another layer of like this hurdle that you have to get past.
Right.
I think it's pretty punishing, at least in the beginning. Like it doesn't hold your hand as much. Which might be up, like, like people like Nate, who is like, likes those harder games or likes to overcome challenges. I think he might enjoy something like this a little bit more.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm going to put more time into it. We'll see. But, and then, sorry, real quick about the ray tracing.
Yeah.
This game ray traced is like night and day. And I'm torn because I love how different and better it looks. And like the nighttime, the shadows, how everything moves, like it's so good, ray traced, but oh my gosh, my computer's crying when it's doing it. Like it's working. I'm getting like about 60 frames, but like it's struggling. Yeah, where I can turn that thing off and I get up to 100.
Right,
but it looks so good. I don't want to. I am torn there.
That's a struggle. That's where you go to your wallet and you buy a new PC.
That's where your computer would come in handy. Yeah,
yeah. But no, that's pretty interesting. I do plan on playing it. Yeah, what is it on Steam or?
Excuse me. Yeah, it's on Steam. It's on Epic.
Okay, Epic.
Technically, if you wanted to, I didn't see anything on like something like a Green Man Gaming site or anything like that yet. But I think Epic is doing a thing where if you give them your email, it's like, yeah, please spam me. They give you $10 off a game. So
fuck. Maybe I can give them a fake email there. Yeah. But do plan on playing that. So what we should do is, I'll boot that up. I'll get into that and play that, and we should be able to give that a rating, man. I think that's definitely
Oh,
something.
100%. Yeah. And I think the co-op experience is supposed to be like the fun, because it's just like hijinks, right? Like you just run around. And I think the cool thing is with the co-op stuff, it's drop in, drop out. So like if you're playing your game, I can drop into your game. We do whatever in there. And then like if we complete a certain mission, that's then checked off in my game. So they do that apparently very well. So
let's plan on doing that. And maybe we can, score Forza as well when you feel you played enough of that.
I could score Forza pretty fairly, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll put a pin in that. But there was another game you were playing as well, right?
So
you sold me on it as it's the next Star Wars Galaxy, Diablo, League of Legends.
Yeah. I lied for maybe like half of that, but
I thought I was talking to Nate.
Yeah, no, it's technically more League of Legends than Star Wars Galaxy. So there's a game called Lost Ark that came out that's taken the Twitch sphere by storm. I have not played it yet. So I launched it, and I made my character, who's I think like this assassin. I think you can only be like a female assassin. So I spent like maybe 40 minutes making my character.
Sounds like Tyler.
And then you hop on, you're like, hey, let's play some Bloons. And then that's the last time I launched that.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's free to play. I paid $15 to get in early. And then
free to play.
Then I haven't played it.
Yeah.
And it, as of actually today, it is free to play. So you can just jump in and do it. I think I got like a.
Did you throw away $15?
No, I got like an XP boost or something I can do,
good.
and Twitch is doing or like their Amazon Prime drops and everything like that. So I didn't lose out on anything, but
I felt bad for a second.
No.
Then I remembered Men's Warehouse, and I'm feeling better now.
It's Diablo, and then it has some of the grindy like crafting, like go hammer this tree or this rock and chop this tree down, and
my favorite
stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know. It could be good. Yeah. It's free, so it's like let's give it a shot. Let me put it this way: if an MMO that's not Star Wars Galaxy is ever going to grab my attention, it's got to be this game, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, we'll see. I know we talked about actually playing Old Republic a little bit, and we'll see if we feel like doing that. But like I said, out of all the MMOs I've played, Guild Wars 2, Star Wars, The Old Republic, and totally blanking on the other one now. Probably RuneScape, I think I said. We're the only ones that I've ever played. So
I mean, it has its peak. It had 1.2 million people watching it on Twitch.
That's amazing.
Today,
what makes it so good on Twitch?
People were just curious, I guess. Oh, well, I don't know.
It's really interesting.
I mean, it's been around for a little bit. Like it's been in was it Korea, Japan, something?
I don't know.
I don't know. It released somewhere else. They just made its way here. So when you think about like MMOs, what's the number one problem that MMOs have, short of server times? Because the server times are actually pretty long. Like it was in like the 14,000s or something for the queue.
Yeah.
But it's content. Like content's the issue, right? Like people blow through whatever you have, and then that's it.
Right.
So this is because it's been around for a little bit. They actually have stuff,
some stockpile. Yeah.
So it seems like people are liking it. It seems like it's well received. Steam, I think it's like 500,000 people are playing it right now, which I think it's like 8th in the charts or something.
That's not bad at all. Yeah. Absolutely. So. I was actually reading something recently. This is a little bit of a sidetrack, but Halo Infinite has been decreasing in the player account.
You haven't played it in forever, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw it got bumped out of the top 5 on Xbox and the top 10 or something on Steam, or I forget exactly. But
I know it's been having a lot of problems. Like that's the thing is people are so like there's so many good options out there now.
You got to be at your best,
or
else someone's going to go somewhere else, which is crazy. And I thought they were doing pretty well for a while, making adjustments quickly, communicating well, and things like that. You have
one like bad, like
patch.
Bug or patch or whatever, and like a game mode that people I don't like it, but people like big team battle, and it's just like, hey, it doesn't work. And that, like, I just kept seeing news articles. I didn't even know that was broken. But B, like, every day I was like, yep, this is still broken.
Yeah, I was seeing that too. That was being pushed to my feet. So it's like, man, I actually was playing the other day, kind of by myself. I was playing with Calvin a little bit, and then I was playing by myself. Still find a game right away and things like that. And it's still fun. I mean, that game actually runs so well and looks so good. So I mean,
look at Battlefield. There's a petition out with like 60-some thousand signatures.
That's unbelievable.
They have to be closed in on 75,000 by now. That's like
unbelievable.
Yeah. Where people are like, give me my money back. This is
Remember when
garbage.
we were so hyped for that game?
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't buy it.
Not only did I buy it, but I bought it off of Green Man.
Yeah.
Saved myself a few bucks, but like, good luck getting a refund on that thing.
You won't.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that is just so, like.
Well, now there's rumors. It's like, oh, maybe we put some of it free to play, and they're like, oh my goodness,
Could you imagine the slap in the face? Yeah. Like, it's unbelievable.
Hey,
man.
thanks for beta testing this and paying $60, $70, $80 for the different.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, now's the time. How lucky are you if you're Microsoft? It's like you have the whole market to yourself on first-person shooters.
Sure.
You just acquired the most popular one of all time, like because it always used to be Battlefield versus COD, right? Like that was the war, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, which I always thought was silly. Like they're so different.
They're so different, but what's another first-person shooter that? I mean, CS:GO, but that's like a competitive one. This is in the casual sphere. So. That's really what it was, man. And obviously it was pretty, like the battle lines were drawn pretty
right.
clearly because, like you said, they're very different games. So, but ever since Battlefield 1, that franchise has just been fucking downhill.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 is like, I go back and look at it, and like I was saying, there's that one channel on YouTube that is being pushed to the algorithm, man. It's being pushed to my fucking face where it's like, hey, remember Battlefield 3? This is what it looked like. This is how good it was. This is how polished it was. Here's the little details that had that the new one doesn't have. Like they were literally a side. I don't know if I sent this one to you. There's a side by side of a guy running, stopping, and then proning. Okay. And so much more detail put into the game that's like fucking 10 or 15 years older.
Yeah, where he's not like, whenever he's like turning, his body's turning like you would in real life, not a character model just kind of like, I don't know, shimmies to the left or
oh my
whatever.
God, it's like unbelievable. Like how, I just can't believe, like, how can you put this much effort in so long ago?
It always needs to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just.
And then you forget the little things, I guess. You like I don't know. It's just little things like that. I think it adds up. And
so I mean, this is kind of a good segue into news if you want to. I know. So Nintendo Direct happened.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that. But another thing that broke, I think today, which I don't know, broke is the right thing. There's been a lot of rumors that Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, right? As in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah.
It's the sequel to that.
We're living in a confusing timeline,
right?
But yeah.
Well, it's a confusing timeline in the game too, because it's like, well, is this a soft reboot? What's going on? And
I am not sure how that plays out in terms of the lore, but because I know that like Price is in it, and it's super strange.
The people that are dead, like they're coming back, and everyone's like hunky dory. I don't know.
It's different universe.
It's just a different timeline. Yeah, it's multiverse. Such a weird thing.
COD multiverse confirmed.
But a couple of interesting things is they're coming out with that, made by Infinity Ward.
Yep.
If you were to believe Zach's news story, because he's doing kind of the news in our Discord, if you ever want to stay up on the news.
Yes, sir.
Like 11 different studios are helping out. So basically all of Activision is on this thing.
It looks like they're going hard on it, though, which is awesome.
Yeah, but apparently it's a new engine, which I thought they just redid the engine.
Huh.
So that's very interesting just to me personally, because I'm like, okay, well, clearly this is going to be on the old systems too. So is it like a better scaled engine? Like, how is this going to run? Like,
right.
I'm very interested in that. And then the other thing is they're calling it Warzone 2, which is also interesting. It's not just taking the Warzone map and kind of changing it up. Like, you're saying like, okay, this is a new Warzone.
Yeah.
So whatever that turns into, they're talking about like a sandbox mode. Maybe like you can get some kind of like hijinks with people and do some things.
I am hoping that they are separate because I have no interest in playing Warzone at all.
I would be shocked if they weren't separate.
Well, yeah, I mean, Warzone's like what, 500 terabytes at this point, so
I think it's only like 40 or something, but depending on how you install it. Now it's like a separate like free to play thing, but it's still
dude. I just know that like my little brother used to play. I don't know if he still does, but like the amount of space that thing takes up is unbelievable. And I don't know. I kind of got Battle Royale out. Personally, I know that I actually look at my Steam and we have so many hours in PUBG. So, like, I don't know. I guess that was really hot, though. There was a time for that. But I would be very interested in playing the new Call of Duty. Microsoft, they have to stick the landing, right? Like, this is their big showcase after
I mean,
acquiring.
I guess technically, like, this would have nothing to do with Microsoft, though. Because technically...
is this already in development?
I mean, this is coming out this year.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah,
Okay,
Microsoft isn't even
mistake.
closing until next year, so we got some time for that.
Okay, so this is like the last hurrah of the
either
previous.
the last or like I would assume if I was a betting man, I would say this one comes out this year. You're going to have a Treyarch joint next year, and then the year after that is maybe when Microsoft starts kind of getting its hands in there.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Or they take a year
you're
off.
kind of fighting for your job then at this point, right? Like if they like what you did on this, they might keep a lot of the pieces in place.
Yeah, like I'll be very curious to see how Microsoft takes it, where it's like, again, like which we talked about, is this Warzone 2 enough to say, hey, we're gonna wait a year for Call of Duty, and we're gonna just let it sit. Let's do a year of transition. Let's look at this new engine. Let's push it.
So you're talking specifically about Warzone 2, not Modern Warfare 2.
Both of those are coming out this year.
Okay, so they are both coming out.
That's what you should expect to see in November as the quote unquote story broke today.
Yeah, okay. Is that leaked information or confirmed?
That is, I believe, the Activision Twitter account. They just put that out and listed out some stuff.
Yeah, right. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, I know that the 2019 Modern Warfare was very popular and did extremely well.
It is my favorite to date since, I would probably say, like Black Ops 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring us back to those days.
Yeah, we'll see. Right?
Oh, man.
I'm still waiting for the new zombie mode that they promised in Vanguard. To my knowledge, I don't think it's out yet. I could be wrong. I haven't been playing Vanguard.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting, though. So I'll be on the lookout for that.
And it's just another nail in Battlefield's coffin. But hey,
That's what I'm saying.
EA announced, 3 or 4 new Star Wars games or something?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
whoop-de-doo.
I don't know,
cool.
man. It's...
How many do they have to cancel to do? Anyway. Do you want to talk about Nintendo?
Yes.
I know.
So we both did watch Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I actually have notes here on my end. So I actually went through and listed off.
Real quick, because I had this up. Vitalize.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For your Red Bull.
Yes.
Is give strength and energy too.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Give
if Red
strength
Bull is
and
going to
energy to my heart before it explodes.
Okay. Sorry, that was just up on my screen. I'm just trying to bring up the Nintendo news.
No, I'm glad we closed the loop on that.
Yeah, I know people were waiting. Yeah.
All right. So anyways, Nintendo Direct here. I don't know how you want to do this. I guess there's only specific games or things that caught your attention that you want to go through.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to go through everything because I already know it's, we're a little bit all the ways in here. We do have the nice top 5 coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want me to just list off some things?
Yeah, I have everything. So what caught your eye on this?
So I want to lead off with the thing that Nintendo led off with, which was Mario Strikers. Have you played Mario Strikers at all?
Back in the day.
Like GameCube, or are you talking like Wii?
Probably like GameCube.
Wii. GameCube, okay, nice. That was my favorite one. The Wii was okay, but I didn't like the motion stuff.
I didn't have a Wii. I had a GameCube, and that game was a lot of fucking fun, though.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
This one looks good. Like, it looks very...
modernized, updated, for sure.
I like the look of it. I think it looks very good. Apparently you can get, gear to, change your speed. Almost like a Mario Kart, where, you put on, a helmet and pads and different things like that, and it either makes you, bruisier, faster, or whatever. Bruisier, that's not a word. But
nope.
I'm excited. Apparently it's 8-player too on one console.
Seems
that's nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That seems like a couch company.
I think that's a couch play game.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks really cool. I actually started out with the trailer there, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is this Mario Coliseum? Are we about to go to war?"
Yeah,
here?
everyone looked real buff.
Yeah,
it was like I thought it was going to be like a football because Bowser came out, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be like a Blood Bowl or something.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought too. Yeah. It was like they were all in combat uniforms, but yeah, it was Mario Strikers. That's exciting, and it's so funny, man. When all of these Nintendo Direct or whatever State of Play come out, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna get a PS5. Oh man, I'm gonna get a Switch. They do a good job, and maybe I'm just an idiot, but they do a really good job at selling me on this stuff. I'm like, man, there's so many things coming out that. And
we don't have to wait long. That's June 10th.
Yeah.
Nintendo. I can't remember a time when Nintendo pushed something. I mean, maybe a Metroid or something, but they're pretty.
Well,
pretty
at the beginning of the Direct, they did state, due to everything, things might be pushed back, so they're giving themselves the out. So
okay, I see. I missed that part. Yeah. That's interesting that they did that.
But that is something we should play. I mean, you have a Switch.
Oh, we will
100%.
That's a day one buy. Provided it doesn't get some horrible the tech sucks and it doesn't work or something.
No, Nintendo's great at online.
I give Nintendo $20 every freaking year. Yeah, just because it's stupid because I'm like, well, I don't want my Hades save to go away or something, you know.
All right, what else you got?
Yeah. So another thing, Mario Kart, not dead. Remember how I said Mario Kart 8 was the best Mario Kart game?
I was literally, that's the only thing I could think about when you were saying it. And I am in total agreement with you on that. So anyone who likes, I don't know, some other one, maybe we could drive as 2 people.
Yeah.
You can just...
Well, what if we were to take that already the best game in the Mario Kart franchise and take 48 more of the favorite tracks from a kind of lesser known game like Double Dash, a much better game like the DS, all that. 48 tracks. Now, the interesting thing here, and this is the thing that I kind of had to like rewind and play again. So it's $25. You get 48 tracks.
Yeah.
They're doing this rollout thing similar to something like a Smash Bros. And it's starting March 18th and it's going through by the end of 2023.
Yeah, it's a real IV drip of
it's
content.
A 2-year thing of 48 tracks. So I don't know. I think they're releasing 4 new tracks in like March or something.
Yeah, right. So the new one's coming out pretty quickly, and then they're just going to keep
like, who knows?
Solid. Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I think adding that many more tracks, like for $25, like I'll pay $25.
100%.
Yeah, like so I'm down for that. And then if you have the online expansion, so it's like $20. I think it's another $30 for all the N64 stuff. And the Animal Crossing expansion.
It was $39.99, I think. So it's $40.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so that's actually $60 then. So it's in par with like a.
No, you get it included
Xbox
with
Live.
that.
Right, but what I'm saying is like I pay $20 for like the base thing.
Yeah,
if you pay $60 total, so it's $40-$20. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that's included like the Animal Crossing expansion was this and everything. And the additional stuff. So if you like that.
No, maybe, I mean, Mario Kart's always been just a bop, man. So
if I'm being purely honest, I'm going to be playing some Mario Strikers. And then at the end of 2023, I'm going to take a look at those 48 tracks and we'll play through them. I don't know.
I mean, that's always a great party game. You put up some Mario Kart, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So always solid. What else you got?
A couple here. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
That looked really fun, man.
Yeah, looked interesting.
I've never played a Kirby game outside of the Eagle's Nest when I was like 7.
Yeah. I'm happy they're getting away from the whole yarn stuff. I thought it was a cool aesthetic, but I'm like, I'm over that. Like get something a little bit more I don't know, in world. I don't know.
This seems really cool and interesting, kind of back to its roots a little bit more where a new mechanic where he's fucking fat ass and he eats a car.
A vending machine. Yeah.
And
those memes are hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, like other games are putting Kirby on their things. So there's a game called Satisfactory and there's these massive like weird dinosaur mammoth looking things that walk around the world. They're like harmless. And they took Kirby and just stretched it over top of it. It's like, Kirby's eating our dinosaurs. Like, it's stupid. But
that is so funny.
Yeah, that's coming out soon. That's in March 25th.
Yeah, I probably won't play that. Obviously, I don't have a Switch, but do you think you're going to pick that one up?
Probably not. If I'm
I'd be curious.
Honest,
I would say like I would only check it out if the reviews are astounding.
Like I still have Pokemon Arceus that I put, and that's why I haven't even talked about it on the show because it's like, well, I put maybe 2 hours into it, 3 hours into it. I'm still not like I have no idea about that game.
Yeah.
Another big one, which I think you probably perked up at, was Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yes, sir.
Coming out April 29th, which is essentially taking the Wii Sports, and it's the sequel to this. It's taking Wii Sports, so like your bowling and tennis and things like that, and adding badminton and volleyball.
Yeah. So that looked awesome, and you're exactly right. That is when I got excited, and I was all about it. I love Wii Sports. It's like the best game of all time, behind Bloons Tower Defense, and RuneScape, and. And I'm super pumped. I will say I was a little disappointed because my favorite game mode by far, and it's not even close, is golf. Golf is the best on Wii Sports, but I'm excited. I think they're going to add it eventually, but Did
they say that, or you're speculating?
I can't remember if they specifically said it. I think one of my friends told me that they said it, but they have to. I mean, that's such a popular.
I was going to say maybe they didn't want to like cannibalize like Mario Golf, but then there's soccer in this, isn't there?
Yeah.
So like, okay, well, you're releasing Mario Strikers,
exactly.
But let's put soccer in the
I think
game.
they probably just need more time to develop because golf's a lot. I mean, you have all the unique holes and everything like that. Like that has to be the most work by far to put into it. So they'll probably add that as DLC.
Probably a $25 expansion.
$25 for 49 fucking golf courses.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
I was super pumped for that. I will be coming over and playing your Switch for that. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah, you're welcome to. That's fine. Got a couple of them. You can pick
yeah, exactly.
For the people that like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that's coming out on June 24th. I never played either of them.
Me neither. And they actually had a lot of RPGs that they were showing off, and I was like, man, it put me in an RPG mood, and I started thinking about ours. But that's it for another time. But I love the what was the one? Do you remember I think it was called Triangle Strategy. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's
one?
by the people that did Bravely Default.
I think so.
Right? Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but I like that style. I don't know, like the kind of pixelated, but
like depth of field.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's really cool to me. Like it's very appealing to me.
That would be. I believe it's Bravely Default that did that.
Okay,
so they have a couple of them. That's not a new style. Like
I understand that. I've seen other games like that as well. Like, and I believe they've like remastered some games and put the old pixelated
Zelda. They did that. Too,
and I don't know. I think that's really cool and.
It's like a little toy effect. It's nice.
Yeah, I caught my eye on that one. But anything else you wanted to talk about?
Two quick things. So you already mentioned it. Portal Companion Collection, Portal 1, 2, multiplayer, online, co-op, all that stuff coming. It's $20, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they gave a release date for that. But I'm very excited to see if they do any visual tweaks to that. Because if you look at the like the cube and kind of like all the different graphics.
Yeah.
That cube looked really good. Like that companion cube looked like it was like, oh, you modernized this.
Yeah.
So I would be very curious. I'm willing to bet probably not.
I don't think so.
But I would love to see it. And then finally, the thing that I was actually shocked about was No Man's Sky. So
yeah, I was interested.
When that came out, that thing ran like trash.
Right.
And talk about a complete 180, and now everyone loves that game. I love that game. It's an incredible achievement in like, hey, if you just give people time to accomplish their dreams, which I know last week we were just, crapping all over Star Citizen.
Yep.
Sean Murray.
I think a little different.
Yeah. Like No Man's Sky didn't have, $400 million.
Right.
But it's coming to Switch. The thing that I thought was interesting is it's still going to be multiplayer. It's going to be cross-play. Everything they've released so far is going to be on there. Obviously not the VR side, but everything, like all the different updates. And it's not streaming. So I know certain games stream onto, so like your Assassin's Creed and stuff like that.
Kingdom Hearts, which they announced in that one.
Is that a stream?
Yep.
Okay. So the fact that No Man's Sky, unless I missed it, isn't streaming is bizarre to me. I don't know how they're, like what like wizardry they're going to do to make that even run.
Yeah, that is, maybe you did miss. I don't remember them saying that either.
I was looking specifically for it because I'm like, how, like there's no way
you
right?
can run that. Yeah. So, I mean, just even looking at these Nintendo games, man, it's the power difference is so unbelievable. Like it's just kind of, I mean, outside of your like main titles, right? Like your Mario, your Kirby and things like that. It's like, you try to port these other games over here, man.
Yeah,
like, that's rough.
You get a couple good indies on there that hit the frame rate and stuff, and like they're natural, like Splunky and different things. But these big AAA titles, it was the same thing with the Wii. Like it was a joke.
Well, what they're doing is, which is kind of funny. I'm kind of catching on to their strategy here. They're taking old games, like Assassin's Creed was announced, and that it's like, hey, remember Ezio? Remember this came out like 500 years ago? Like, looks pretty good on Switch, doesn't it? It's like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. But that's cool. I mean, you can play Assassin's Creed 2 like on an airplane or something, right?
Yeah, and like on paper, I guess like the Switch is what, a 360, like power wise.
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be in the ballpark,
We've come a long way. It's cool.
But that's what they're doing. It's like, hey, remember Portal, man? That was pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, right.
Like now we can release it on Switch.
It's so weird. Like, so we finished Portal, and then suddenly it's just like, oh yeah, Portal. Like, why? Like, where did this come from?
They listened to or watched our...
obviously, yeah. They
have so much fun in our completely fucked up aspect
like,
ratio.
Hey, immediately, within a week, we need to port this on.
Dude, there's been a lot of instances of that where we talk about something and then...
It really has.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We're ahead of the curve. At least we're doing it before everyone else. It doesn't seem like we're following,
Top
That's
5
all I
letters.
got
Top
for
5
an-
letters. I don't know. Giant Bomb might be tuning in.
I called them out on that on Twitter.
Did you
where it's
really?
like, where did this come from?
Yeah, that's so funny. But actually, the last thing I wanted to bring up with Nintendo Direct, we were talking about Mario Kart and kind of cannibalizing itself, and then they announced this like Disney Racers game. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that is so wild. Like, why would you ever play this over Mario Kart?
Yeah, let's take Mulan and like Jack Sparrow and race them.
It looked horrible. I didn't think it
looked.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the art of it at all. I didn't really.
It looked very. Remember when Disney was doing those like little figurines or whatever, like the live like toys to life
yes,
stuff.
Yes, I can't remember.
I can't remember what they. Yeah, but
my professor in college played that.
I never played it, but I bought all the Star Wars ones because I just like the idea, similar to pop figures, where you have this property where it's like, hey, here's all these different things, and they're all in the same art style. And I was like, that's kind of cool.
Didn't the Skylanders do that?
Yeah, it's similar to Skylanders. But Skylanders is like, they made those up.
Yeah, right.
You
exactly.
have Spyro and then everything else they make.
Yeah.
But these, it's like, no, you're literally taking Jack Sparrow and Aladdin and friggin' Beauty and the Beast, and suddenly they're all working together.
Dude, that's what I love about like Smash Bros, man. Like, you would never see these guys together. And that new fighting game was coming up. I talked about this a couple weeks ago when they announced that during like, it was either Game Awards or something. It was, the Nickelodeon came out with one.
Yeah, Lego came out with one too that they showed on the
yeah,
Direct.
But this one was I forget who does it, but they own like Looney Tunes and is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah,
I think it's Warner Brothers, and they're having a fight. So you have like Superman fighting Bugs Bunny.
Oh,
like,
right,
what the fuck? Like, this is amazing.
I assume Mortal Kombat's got to be in there too. Because like
they might be, they might be. I know Shaggy's in there. And remember the meme where he goes Super Saiyan?
Yeah,
like,
and
they include
it's
that.
in that. Yeah,
like
so
amazing.
Cool.
Like, I'm very excited for that actually. Yeah. So I love things like that. Crossovers are great. Yeah. And we live in the
PlayStation tried to do that. Like they did that with like a
PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
good.
they had enough people to do it, but I mean, you just can't dethrone Smash Bros.
Yeah.
But it was very funny. Smash Bros winding down, and now we see all these copycats come out of the woodwork, which is smart. I mean, like, people are going to be starving for that new. There's something to be said about that new fighter coming out. Who's it going to be? Everyone speculates, and
but like
the reveal.
Can you have a new fighter come out at this point?
For what?
I don't know. Like how?
Which game?
Doesn't matter. Like at that point, like if you have a new fighting game. What type of fighting game do you think could even come close? Like, is it your Mortal Kombat? Is it a Dragon Ball Z type of thing? Is it like a Street Fighter?
Well,
Smash?
I know that Dragon Ball Fighter Z did really well. That was more of a traditional.
But didn't that
2D.
replace like Marvel vs. Capcom more or less? Like, isn't that along that?
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about Smash specifically, I don't think it's going to be dethroned. I'm just saying that
I would love to see.
You can see
something close,
a little peek into the whiteboard room, like, oh, this is the last fighter, guys. We got to release this now. Like, the market's open. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It looks cool, but I'd be curious to try it out.
I think you need a free to play model at that point.
I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I think it's free to play. Yeah,
sense.
And then you buy for cosmetics and things like that. So
nice,
super awesome. So, anyways, with that being said, we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Which is
Tyler,
top 5, right?
Top.
Okay, I'm
5.
All right.
And let me ask you a question, Tyler.
Yeah.
Do you want to make some motherfucking money?
Yeah. I could go for that.
Cheddar,
cheese whiz,
some dinero,
some brie. I'm very hungry. I love cheese. Sounds so good right now.
Cheese just got.
Yeah.
We're gonna do top 5 currency, but not any currency. We're doing top 5 video game currencies.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be a spicy list.
I think there's going to be a lot of overlap.
I agree.
I think, well, you want to go over some rules? Because I think that's
what you love doing, so I'm all ears.
I love rules. And this is, I put a lot of thought into this because there are a lot of currencies in video games, but not so much, like when we talk currency, I'm talking about something that like you use to buy something in the game.
Yes.
Right?
Not like real
collectibles.
So, for example, not like Fortnite V-Bucks. That doesn't count to me.
I would agree.
Yeah. Is that what they're called? V-Bucks?
They are V-Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yes.
So I think it's like if it's a microtransaction money that you can buy to get something, maybe not. I went down a dark hole on like how to put microtransactions in video games, and there's your hard currency and your soft currency and your medium and your. But seriously, so like hard currency.
What's a medium rare currency?
So a hard currency, just for the people in there.
Okay,
that's going to be stuff that you can pay for, right? So you can go in, you can buy the stuff. Soft currency is like, so that's like hard. It's hard to attain. Yeah. Well, ish. So kind of.
Okay, never mind.
So you have your hard currency.
So ignore me.
Soft currency is stuff that you earn within the game, so you can buy cosmetics within the game. Now the special thing there is the soft currency and the hard currency buys the same type of thing within the game. It's just if you want to pay real world money for the hard currency, you can, versus grinding it out in the soft currency in the game. Then
so I'm going to put this into League of Legends speak just so I can understand.
Okay.
So in League of Legends, there's two types of currency. There's blue essence and then there's RP. RP can only be bought with real world money.
Yes.
But you can buy champions or skins and things like that with it. Blue essence is earned in game by completing challenges and just playing and shit like that.
Yes.
And you can buy champions with that. So blue essence is soft currency. And RP is hard.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything you can buy with RP that you cannot buy with the blue essence?
Yes.
Skins. Then that is premium currency.
God damn it. You didn't even talk about that.
So that's the thing, is the premium currency is very similar to hard, but premium currency can only buy things that you cannot either buy with hard or soft currencies.
Gotcha.
And then you have medium currency, which is this thing where it typically requires more challenges within game. So in Sea of Thieves, you have something like, and we'll get into this, of course, but you have like gold, which is you just turn things in, you get gold. And they have something called blue doubloons, which is a different type of currency, but you still earn it in the game, but you have to do some extra stuff to get it.
Okay.
That's the medium currency. And there's a whole bunch of other ones, but those are the main ones. And then there's unintended currency or unofficial currency. And that's if stuff that people like, items that you can purchase in the game, you can still trade. So think like trading cards in like Team Fortress 2 and like cosmetics and stuff.
Yeah.
People trade that on a marketplace as currency, even though it's not currency.
Jesus Christ.
I went down a dark hole.
Did I misinterpret this list?
No, not at all. So what I'm saying is throw all that out. And what I would like to talk about is soft currency and maybe medium currency. So rules wise, we're talking soft currency.
Okay.
I can't believe we have to specify this. I think an argument can be made for medium currencies. And I want to say that I think you have to purchase something with it, if that makes sense. So there are some things in like, if you're talking like Mario and Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure these are on our list with rings and coins.
Yeah.
Are we counting that as a currency?
I did.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. And then what was the last thing? Oh, and then just make sure that we're talking about currencies, not collectibles. That's my only other thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I think in terms of the Mario versus Sonic, like Mario definitely is, because there's plenty of games where you can pay for stuff using the coins that you collect. I don't know if that's the case in Sonic. Like in Sonic, I'm pretty sure it's like your life.
Yeah,
So.
I thought in Sonic Adventure, it's like you have to get so many coins to get to certain areas, which is why I was like, we could probably let it slide. Does it make top 5? I don't know, but we could talk about it.
All right, well, let's get started.
Jump in. Yeah,
after that lecture, man, I am ready to go.
Anyone still listening, thank you for hanging out.
It was enlightening, and I got it wrong, and I still don't understand it. So I will need another lecture.
I'm sure there's like
that is interesting. I never thought about it, like the different categories. So that's cool. All right, who wants to go first? Me or you?
I'll go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
First up on the list, I got Pokédollars.
Pokédollars.
From Pokemon.
Yeah, used to be yen.
Used to be yen, yeah.
And then,
now it's Pokédollars, and pretty good. I mean, I actually don't know what this stuff looks like, but you buy your max revives and shit with them, which is always useful, right? Your Ultra Balls and junk like that.
Nothing super special about it. It's just like...
Not really.
Yeah, it's just normal currency.
What I will say is kind of funny is how you can just battle a random guy on the road and he fucking takes you for 10 grand because you lose to him.
Yeah, or you fight like little youngster and they give you like 3,000 Pokédollars.
Exactly.
You're like, what are you doing?
So I kind of find that fascinating a little bit, where it's like
nighttime and there's there's a 12-year-old girl walking around handing out like thousands of dollars of cash. Like,
every time she loses.
Where are your parents?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what are you doing?
So I give it some points for that. Everyone's just seemingly loaded.
Do you want to put that on the maybe list? Do you
we
think
can. I don't feel very strongly about it.
I don't either. I honestly, I would be okay killing it personally, just right off the bat, which I know this is probably a first for us.
Yeah, right. We always put it on the. Yeah, let's. Yeah. I'm not super passionate about it, so.
So we already mentioned Mario. I have two for Mario, and I want to get your take on this. So you have your normal coins in Mario.
Yes.
I don't count the Yoshi coins, which happens in Super Mario World, because those I consider collectibles, because you have to collect 5 per level. Okay. So Yoshi coins. Nixed.
Gone.
Red coins. You know about red coins in Mario?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you can trigger something that's like a red coin thing. So if you hit a block or whatever, a timer starts going, and you hear like kind of like a tick 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 type of thing.
It's like a slot.
Like a slot.
Yeah, is that at the end of the level where you hit the thing in Super Mario?
Oh, no.
3?
So this is in the middle of a game.
Okay.
Like, let's say you hit a block, and then suddenly you see like 12 red coins. Like in the map,
yeah,
and there's a certain time limit to get all the different coins.
Yeah,
the reason why I don't count that as a currency is because I consider that more of a collectible.
Okay,
so I'm going to put those aside. If people are shouting at they're
gone
podcasting. Now Mario coins,
yes sir.
I think we should talk about, because a couple things. One, the iconic sound. People use that as a ringtone, like for like messages and different things like that.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Just Mario coins. Like whenever you collect a Mario coin, like the little tling, like whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
of, right?
exactly.
Okay,
yeah, that's the base Mario currency.
Yes,
you can literally buy a life.
Yeah,
with just 100 of those,
yeah.
and you can live again.
Yes, you can.
I think it's just for pure. What do you call it? Like just. I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for?
Nostalgia, respect.
Respect is probably close. Yeah. I think it needs to be
I totally
at least on the maybes.
Yeah, I totally agree. It should be on the maybes. Like you said, iconic, sound, even visual, and what you can purchase with it is almost infinitely valuable. So I'm totally down to put that. I know that a lot of the time we talk about like, oh, just because it's like iconic and popular, we don't necessarily want it to be on, but I think this definitely deserves to be mentioned.
If you talk about currency in a video game, I think a lot of, well, maybe not the younger kids, they'll probably think V-Bucks, but I think like our generation, would, like the first picture is like, I can see a Mario coin in my mind. Yep. I can't see a lot of the ones on my list.
I can hear a Mario coin, which is amazing, like what you said. So I'm totally down for that.
All right, what do you got?
All right, next up. So this comes from like a lot of Capcom games.
I'm sorry, real quick. Do you care about Sonic? Do we have to have this conversation? Can we just take rings off the list?
Yes.
All right.
I will say another iconic sound though.
Yes, I was always a Mario guy over a Sonic guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I just like when you get hit, it's like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's this anxiety thing. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So this is in a lot of Capcom games, but I specifically remember it from my Dragon Ball Z games, and it is going to be Zenny.
Oh,
are you familiar with this at all?
I am. I think it's in other games besides Dragon Ball, though.
Yeah, I just said it, like Capcom games.
Is it just Capcom games?
That is what my research led me to.
Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, because it's in, there's like Namco? Is there like a crossover there?
It might be, yeah.
Because I'm thinking it's in, I could be wrong. But
because Dragon Ball Z was made by that. Oh, is it Zenny in Tekken?
I could be misremembering. I don't know. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Zenny, I know it from Dragon Ball Z, the fighting games and stuff like that, and I always thought it was kind of cool. It has like a nice ring to it, Zenny.
Sure.
And you can buy your moves with it and stuff like that. So I thought it was cool. I don't know if it'll make the list, but it sparked fond memories from my childhood playing.
Would you like me to put it on as a maybe? How much are you fighting for it?
Yeah, put it on for now,
okay.
And while you're talking to your next point, I'm going to research if it's in Tekken because that might give me some more points.
It very well might.
Yeah.
I am curious on that one.
Yeah, so I'll do that. So what do you have for your next selection?
So let's get a thing out of the way. I don't play Dark Souls. Are Souls the currency in Dark Souls? I know I'm sounding like a moron here for the people that like Dark Souls.
No, I was researching that as well. I think you can make an argument for that. I don't know if it's entirely obvious.
Do you have any type of can you buy goods with Souls, or can you buy it with like?
Dude, I don't know. I think so. I think you can.
I thought you could, but I can't remember, and I'll take it off the list. But I thought that'd be kind of a really dark one. Let me put another one out there instead. What about bells for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, so this is one that I saw in my research come up over and over. So it's pretty iconic.
I think it needs to be a strong consideration for a few things. One, because you're just a little kid buying a house and getting just fleeced by Tom Nook, learning the insides and outsides of, mortgages and stuff like that.
Getting fleeced.
Just absolutely wrecked.
Yeah. Is that the raccoon?
That's the raccoon, yeah. And then you get there's a stock market with the turnips, so you got to play the stock market. You can literally bury, once a day, you can bury a thing of bells and grow money trees and stuff like that. It's just, it's awesome. So I would like to put that on the list. But
I totally agree it should go on the list. How do you spell Tekken?
Tekken. King of Iron Fist Tournament.
E-N, you mean?
E-N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd I say?
A-N, I think?
No, E-N. I'll keep going.
Yes, go with your next one. I'm sorry. It's the first thing that came up, it says fight money. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
So it's not Zenny?
No, it sucks. Yeah.
Fight money.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll go then again.
Yeah, go for it.
Let me pull up my list again. So next one I have here is probably a crossover here. Final Fantasy Gil. I mean, classic.
Yeah.
I'm not married to it, honestly.
Me either. I respect it because it's one of those things I don't think it's in anything else. And it's just this is Final Fantasy's currency.
I'm sure there might be something out there, maybe some sort of spin-off or something where it's,
It's like a Square Enix joint.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. But as far as I know, I think it is Final Fantasy related, and I think it deserves the respect. That's why I wanted to definitely bring it up.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not... There's nothing super special about it besides it's just kind of its own thing within the franchise, which is cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you.
I wouldn't necessarily put it on the maybes, but we have to bring it up and talk about it.
100%.
Yeah. So that's what I had for my next one there. So
okay,
you are up, good sir.
All right. How do you feel about something which kind of along the same lines? Credits
from sci-fi.
Just from all the sci-fi,
from all the space,
all the sci-fi games.
I love credits.
I do too.
I don't know what it is about it, but it sounds cool. You can buy super rad stuff with it, obviously, because it's sci-fi.
Halo, Mass Effect, Star Wars.
Technically, Halo is something else, I thought. Or is it just credits?
I think it's credits.
I thought it's something credits. Service credits or something?
Maybe.
I sound stupid. I thought it was something like that, but we can count it. We can lump it in. But I mean, obviously for me, it's like Mass Effect and Star Wars, I guess, would count too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Star Wars was where... credits was especially when you're talking about something like Star Wars Galaxies, you need to have some credits.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think of Mass Effect because that's just my favorite, but I'm totally down for credits. I think they're really cool.
The thing that I respect about the credits, specifically in the Star Wars realm, is if you play an MMO, something like a World of Warcraft, you have the bronze, silver, gold, whatever, and it goes up because they want to keep those numbers small. Star Wars Galaxies, man, credits. Just millions. Just the higher the number, you just watch that number go up.
Oh, it's awesome because it's all virtual currency, and there's something I guess there's a drawback to that because it doesn't look cool or whatever. But there's something cool about this stick's got 5 billion credits on it. You know what I mean? It's just a number. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a whole physical pile of money.
Right.
But I'm totally down for credits to put it on the maybe.
All right. What do you got?
All right. Next up for me, we talked about this in the Nintendo Direct. Kingdom Hearts is money. Munny.
Yeah.
And I always liked this because they look cool. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's this ball with it's purple and yellow. And you would kill a big enemy and just all these little balls pop out and it makes this really satisfying noise when you gather all of them. So
yeah.
And obviously you can buy super cool stuff with it, your spells and potions, obviously, and keyblades and things like that and gear. So I always really liked money a lot with all those factors combined in it because it has a unique look, it has a nice sound, and I think money, while it isn't creative, they spell it differently.
Do you think that goes on the maybes?
I'd be willing to fight for it a little bit. Yeah.
Would you fight for it over something like a Zenny?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So MUNNY.
Why?
Okay, got it. It's on there.
I believe that's how you spell it. I can double check.
All right. Well, let me throw out something here. Gold.
Gold is pretty good.
So obviously, I'm coming at it from a Sea of Thieves thing. Like if you look at it from an MMO place, like I just talked about with World of Warcraft, gold is like the highest tier currency, which is great.
Right.
Sea of Thieves, it's all like the entire game is predicated on like just amass as much gold as you can to buy all the cosmetics.
So do you think Sea of Thieves when you think gold, or
100%, which is nuts because you wouldn't normally.
I think of Warcraft. Like,
yeah. But with Sea of Thieves, like everything is based around gold.
Yeah.
Everything you sell and do, and it's like it's one. Now, granted, Sea of Thieves added blue doubloons. That's a whole thing.
Right.
But like, it was just all gold. Like when that game came out, all you did, like, get gold or die trying.
Yeah,
right?
That's your life purpose.
That was it. And I love the idea that like you just scrounge for everything you possibly can. Like you get a little dinky skull. It's like, wow, that's going to be gold. Like, just like
you're translating everything into gold.
Yeah. And then they added a whole bunch of extra stuff on top of that, where it's like, you can get your entire net worth in every faction. And there's like a season you put yourself against each other. So like we played for one night and we were like, I don't know, 17,000th in the world in one night, where it's just like, because we just had such a haul, like you put all this stuff on your ship and then it's so satisfying to just run this train of just items to like this guy.
It's the pirate life, man.
And you just keep hearing cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, it's so good.
No, that sounds great. Classic, every RPG known to man has gold. Like you have to put it on the list. So I'm willing to just put it directly on.
Okay.
I think that goes straight. Dude, it's fucking gold, bro. Like, we've been infatuated with gold since the dawn of time. Like, it's awesome. That's actually not true, but
sure.
I'm going to convince myself it is. Gold's awesome. Like, it's just classic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, totally down for that. All right, my go?
Yep.
All right, we talked about Super Mario coins, so I'm going to skip to the next one. How do you feel about Nuka-Cola bottle caps from Fallout?
Don't care so much about Fallout.
Right.
I love that's the currency. What an inspired choice.
I totally agree with you. I actually do like Fallout.
Sure.
I haven't played it enough to really, I do want to play it more. But anyways, that's completely unrelated. I love the currency in that as well. Like, post-apocalyptic, what's like lying around but isn't too common, and bottle cap, like what inspired idea.
It's a perfect example of, hey, this is a worthless thing.
Yep.
But we're gonna assign value to it.
Like paper currency.
I would love to know who came up with that. I don't know if it was like a Todd Howard thing or if like some intern was just like, hey, we got the bottle cap. This is pretty cool, right?
The janitor's like, it'd be cool if you guys did bottle caps. Yeah.
I respect the hell out of it.
Absolutely, me too. So I'm definitely strong maybe for me.
Yeah. I mean, is it something we put immediately on the list, or is that like a maybe category we talk through it?
Maybe category talk through.
Okay.
It. Is it as crazy as gold? No, but you can put an asterisk because I will be fighting for that one for sure.
Okay. Similarly, I want to talk about. So I always called them bullets, but I online they were saying cartridges for Metro.
Okay, I don't have as much experience in Metro, but
okay. I think Metro.
So your ammunition is the currency?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's such a cool dynamic because I think this is one of the few things like this where it's like, okay, you can use bullets, which you need.
Yep.
And you can, depending on how you play the game, it might be like, oh, I'm out of ammo, or like ammo is scarce. So then you have this kind of dichotomy of like, okay, do I keep ammo? Do I hoard the ammo? And that's like, I feel safe that way.
Yeah.
Or do I buy upgrades or new weapons or whatever? And I thought that was really, really cool.
That is, I do love those dynamics where you're now picking between I need this versus this is also the currency. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. So I'm totally down for that. I love that dynamic of currency.
I just think that like when I think of like currencies, I think of bottle caps and those. It's like what an inspired, like creative, in-world thing. Like it's very easy to just be like, oh, this is Pokebucks or whatever, you know, and like this is like it's unique and I like it.
Yeah, and it's that gritty kind of wasteland post-apocalyptic vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting about that, because like it's something like Fallout, or I'm sure Metro too, where you like get money, like the old money. it's like not the currency anymore. So
Right.
it's either worth more or maybe it's useless, depending on like I guess what it is.
Well,
so.
it comes to the thing where you think about like, oh, cigarettes, like that's currency,
Right.
And it's just like because like at the end of the world,
Yeah, right. You
like
stripping
whoever
it
has
down,
a bullet rules.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess it's kind of an interesting case study there. The Fallout's a little more civilized and something like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, bullets are fucking currency. But I do like that. It's like bare bones, like, kind of ground up again.
Yeah.
Beginning of currency, right?
Yep.
So I'm totally down for that. Put it on the maybes.
Sweet.
All right, next thing. So we did credits from Sci-Fi. Sure. I have Sci-Fi / Mass Effect. Next up, I'm going to go back to the childhood. Ratchet and Clank. The currency in this game is bolts.
Yeah.
Like nuts and bolts.
Yep.
I love that. Talk about another unique sound. You love like getting just these. So they're held in these crates. So sometimes you'll just get these huge pile of crates and there'll be like a little TNT there and you blow it up and you just get all these bolts and the sound's very satisfying. Yeah. And I guess to kind of keep it in the world of what we've been talking about, like a more gritty, useful kind of currency there. So
and you can buy something with these?
Yes.
Okay.
You buy everything with them.
Okay, so that's like your upgrades and everything.
Upgrades, guns.
Because I was thinking, because I saw those and I was like, oh, okay, like, and immediately my mind goes to Spyro.
Yeah.
But like, truthfully, Spyro's gems are collectibles. Like, they're not currency for anything. Like, you're literally just trying to collect all the gems of the level to get that 100% mark, but you don't buy anything with them.
You sometimes were. Depending on which one. In Spyro 2, you definitely can buy things with them.
What do you buy?
You like different areas. You need X number of gems. Like you pay Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, do we count that? Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true.
You pay Moneybags, but even in the first one, some of the balloons require you to have X amount of gems.
No, it's dragons.
No.
For gems?
Level 2 in Spyro 1, you need X amount of gems to get to level 3.
Oh.
Now, technically, you don't lose them. You just need to get them, so... We're kind of
I feel like it's
riding
more
the line
flexible.
here.
Okay, anyway.
No, you're definitely onto something there, but it was on my list, but I mean, we can talk about that. But in terms of Ratchet and Clank, I love that, I
can respect bolts over something like a Spyro, I guess is what I was saying.
That's so when it comes to bolts, it's I love the sound. I love how it is in the world. Like the atmosphere of the world. It matches that vibe. Very nicely.
It's a strong design choice versus just throwing gold on the ground.
Because it's very mechanical, very kind of gritty, with your hands kind of world.
You look at people and it's like, what's of worth to you?
Yep.
And I like that a lot.
No, so I really like that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic for me. So
so
while we're talking about, let's get into Spyro here. So do you think it's a collectible then?
That was where my mind was going. You make a good point, and I completely forgot about money bags.
You pay money bags for a lot of things, power ups.
Yeah, to like dive and stuff. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
To me, that is a currency because you're losing that money to get something, which is a power up, access to a new world, whatever the case may be.
I accept that it's a currency. I don't know if that would be on my list personally for those gems.
I think they're very iconic. I love how they look. I love how they sound when you collect them. The treasure chests are very...
Yeah.
And Moneybag, like the dynamic of how you use it is classic. Like, fuck this stupid ass bear. Making me pay all these gems.
Of Spyro universe.
And then the most satisfying thing... Well, this is spoiler alert, but... I don't know if you care or not. So the most satisfying thing is in the third game, at the very end of the game, you run him down and get all your gems back from like all the games. And it's like
for all of it?
Yeah, just all these gems you see shooting up.
That's actually
It's kind of like a callback to the first one where you're Nasty Nork's treasure code.
Yeah.
And you're just getting all these gems. So it's cool. Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, you kind of run him down with supercharge, hit him in the butt, and all these gems pop out. It's awesome.
I still have to play that. So, I mean, is that something you want on the list to talk through, or is that...
Let's just put it on the list now, because I do really like it. Like I said, I love the design of them. I love the sound they make. Like, it's classic.
Okay.
All right, you're up, buddy.
All right, I'm kind of coming to the end here. What do we care about Elder Scrolls at all?
I was gonna septums. Not really, but I wanted to mention them.
Sure, I want to mention
Elder Scrolls gets dicey because they have a lot of currency. Like their world is like fleshed out, man. So
yeah, it's like
septums is like specific to Skyrim. Whereas
it's after the third age.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I'm not huge into the lore, but the research I was doing, there's a ton of different currencies.
Just to what? So I put cookies on here.
Oh God!
For Cookie Clicker, which I think is, if you look at what Cookie Clicker is in the pure numbers, and I think we need to, at least on the maybe list, like we need to talk
we can put it on
that.
the maybe list,
because it goes so far, like towards the end, where it's like, hey, you know all the other universes out there in the multiverse?
Yeah,
we took all of those currencies, and now they're cookies.
Yep,
like it literally says that. Like we've turned everything into
talk
cookies.
about a game just
dominating
about currency.
It was so funny. Anyway, your turn.
All right. I only have a couple left too. So Lego games, the studs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a very good. So you buy that? Like what do you buy with those?
You can buy new characters. You can.
That's right.
Buy probably. I haven't played these games in a long time, but they're very iconic. I remember the blue ones were worth a lot, and like you would see the blue one up in a location.
Put that on the. I want to talk.
Super. Iconic noise sound when you collect them and look to them as well. So that came to my head.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
I love the studs from the Lego games. I don't know if they're in all of them because I only played the Star Wars ones, but I think they're in all of them.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
because they're in like Marvel and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So studs from Legos. What I got.
What about, is it Sharon or Charon's obols from Hades? I couldn't remember if it was Sharon.
Oh, I think it's Sharon.
Sharon?
I think so.
Charon? I don't know.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's interesting. Yeah, you can buy a lot of neat stuff with it.
Gold.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know if I would be. We have a lot of good ones.
I was going to say I'm good with taking off a list. I just wanted to call that out. Where I'm like, when you think about how much currency is actually in Hades, and it's all technically soft currency because they're all collectible.
Game is great.
Yeah. It's very good.
I like the shout out. What was the currency in Pyre? Now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't think there was.
There has to be because you could upgrade and shit.
Yeah, wasn't it just like
magic points?
No, it was like I know what you're talking about. Shoot, I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, maybe there wasn't currency because you would do the one-on-one to like increase your guy. No, there was currency.
You talked to like the little troll.
The troll, the guy, the shopkeeper. Maybe it was just gold. Might be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, man,
It's a good one, but if we can't think of it, then that's probably a good tell.
I thought it was cool, but maybe not. All right, I'm kind of running out here. This is my last one. Bloons Tower Defense Bananas.
Yeah.
Yep.
We gotta. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Now for Bloons Tower Defense, and I think we should assign a game representative to these.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
We'll see how that shakes out.
Sure.
Because that's also in like Donkey Kong. I think if you have a game about monkeys, that's your currency.
I would say probably more people know it from Donkey Kong, but
not this couch company, sir.
Not on this couch.
It is 100% Bloons.
But the thing I love about this currency is like it's built like so many unique ways to acquire it within the game through different towers. You have fucking factories that you build that produce these boxes of bananas. You've Wall Street that produces bananas, banks, and
snipers come down and call in like. Air
care packages.
Care packages of
it's awesome.
Bananas.
I love it.
Yeah. No,
it's obviously it's bananas. Of course the currency is going to be bananas. And if we dig into the lore, that's another one where you have to decide between are you going to eat or are you going to buy something with it?
That's true. Yeah. That's a little dark, but yeah.
It is.
Like
but
because those can't last that long. Like
trust me, dude. Bananas. I've had enough farms where I forget to hover my mouse over. They expire.
Yeah. So I have two real quick.
Okay.
I have Glimmer from Destiny. Do you ever play Destiny?
I have not.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay.
They're cool little shards and it feels good when you get them, but it's so insignificant, like in the scheme of things. It's like, it's whatever.
Right.
And then metal shards from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I thought that was kind of cool because you always had the metal shards. But I think the more interesting piece was like getting specific parts for trade and stuff like that, which is why I'm like, I'm good taking both of those off.
Yes, I do like the metal shards. Do I think they make it? No, but that's a good point that you bring up with that.
It's again in world makes sense in the lore
in the context of things for sure. All
right, so we have a whole we have to trim this, my friend.
Yeah.
So we have cartridges from Metro, bells, bananas, coins, zenny, bolts, gems, money, gold, credits. Oh, here's one we didn't talk about real quick.
Yep.
How do you feel about cash? Specifically, the word cash.
What game are you referring to?
So, like, I don't know, Borderlands, or perhaps DC Universe Online, which I didn't know about. That was on the list. I'll take it off because it's similar, like dollars or whatever. Yeah, I love the idea of just like cash.
It is
just
funny.
the word.
Is it going to win? Probably not. But I respect you bringing that up.
That'll be easy.
Yeah.
So credits, cookies, and studs.
Oh, this is going to be hard, Tyler. There's a lot of good ones. Do we yank gold off here right now because there's so many good ones, or does gold have to be on? Because here's what I'm thinking, Ty. As always, as we're discussing this and kind of getting a feel for what the meta is, I'm thinking like I'm really gravitating towards what it means in the world, the aesthetic of it, if it has one, like what it looks like, the sound it produces when you get them, right? Mm-hmm. Things like that are coming to my mind as far as criteria on what's better. How do you feel about something like that?
I love Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
So when I say gold, that's what I'm thinking of.
Right.
I hate that everything you just said made sense. And I'm trying to think about, okay, well, how do you get gold in Sea of Thieves? And usually it's just a number on the side of the screen.
Yep.
There is gold. You see it. It feels good to open up a chest and there's gold inside and you pick up the gold.
Yeah.
But it's so insignificant compared to the actual loot you're carrying for it.
Right.
That it's like you're not like finding a huge chest of gold. It's like you're just finding little bits and pieces. I'm fine taking gold off the list.
Like it's tough, and we don't have to take it off the list. Like
I'm fine. Like looking at the list,
mixing it completely.
It's a good list.
Yeah, and the thing is, like so for example, I would rather take like Mario coins over gold because it's in the same vein.
You would rather have Mario coins on the list.
Yeah, but you get that iconic sound.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
It's still gold, but it's just...
Well, it's not gold. It's coin.
It's a gold coin.
Yeah, all right.
It's a gold coin.
Let's see if these gold. Look, I'll take it off the list because you're right.
I mean, people are going to be
right.
upset.
Whatever. I mean, hey.
But again, it's iconic. Yeah, it's in every RPG ever. But like, you can't tell me it's more satisfying... getting gold in World of Warcraft than it is like hitting a brick 100 times and hearing that sound over and over.
Well, I feel like that's debatable because like I feel like there's more worth to a gold in World of Warcraft if you're going to go down that road. But
let me give you another example
Mario
where it's
more.
like you go down a pipe and there's like a million coins sitting there and you're trying to hit them all real quick.
Oh, like you hit like a little P block and you're trying to grab them all.
Yeah,
before
man, I love that.
That's fair. All right.
I don't know. That's
hey man,
me. If you disagree,
you won the argument. Gold's already off the list.
Are you sure?
100%.
I feel like I'm making a mistake.
No, I'm gonna get straight for your throat. Let me find something you put on the list.
We can take off Zenny.
I was just gonna ask how much do you like Zenny?
No, Zenny. I wanted to shout it out. Nostalgic.
Sure. How much do you like money?
No, yeah, we can take that off too.
Okay, all right. I didn't know how.
Very satisfying noise though, for sure.
I'm going to go back to the Spyro gems. I love Spyro just as much as you do.
No. Okay. Seeing the competition, I totally agree with you.
So this is being easier.
Yeah. So does gold stick around then?
No, I took gold off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we have bullets, bells, bananas. Somehow this is in alphabetical order.
That's amazing.
Ish. Bolts. Now I'm making it in alphabetical order. Cookies, credits, coins.
Oh, shit. We still
studs.
What's coins?
Coins for Mario.
Mario, okay.
Yeah.
Studs.
So off the bat, we said that. Oh wait, I didn't put caps on here. Sorry, hold on. And
bottle caps. Yeah.
So we said that bottle caps is a lock, correct?
Well, the aesthetic is very similar to bullets. So is that like a one or the other, or is there room for both?
I don't think it has to be. I think both of them are unique enough.
My kind of thought is let's get rid of credits. I think it's outclassed by everything else, man. Like, just honestly, as much as I love credits, they're like not even real.
Yeah,
there's something to be said about seeing 5 billion credits. That's awesome.
Sure.
You feel like a badass buying like a Star Destroyer with credits.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm a very audio person. How do you say that?
Audio visual.
Yeah, audio, visual. I don't know. Like I like having a sound with it.
Oh, okay.
I like having a visual with it. I love the feeling of getting.
See, the visual is that number. The
That's
visual
true.
is the number going up. That's the
what's better to you though, that number going up or seeing a big chest of gold?
Then probably the number going up.
Okay.
Because the problem is the chest of gold means nothing. If you open up a big chest of gold, you're getting like 400 gold.
Yeah.
Which for a new player, awesome. For us pirate legends, not so much.
The chest of gold, though, not to try to revive something that's already off the list, but the chest of gold is like a classic scenario.
Sure, but I can't think of a game that I'm excited about, specifically the gold, like I am with some of these other ones. Not necessarily excited, but respected or.
So you want to keep credits around then?
No, I'm fine taking credits off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were trying like, I love seeing the number go up.
No, I think you're right. I do love seeing the number go up, but I have another one on here.
Okay.
Where that number goes up even higher than any credits you could possibly have.
You want the fucking cookies? That's gonna be hard for me to debate off. I do not want it on the list, but
you don't want it on the list.
No, fuck Cookie Clicker, man. But
goodness.
Okay, let's get rid of credits.
All right, credits are gone.
What do we have left?
We have bullets, bells, bananas, coins, bolts, bottle caps, cookies, and studs.
Fuck, this is all very good.
Look,
Balls in your court.
I think bananas make the list. I think if you think of what couch company is,
Yeah,
bananas have to be on the list.
that's true. It's like half our content right now.
Right?
Again, my argument supporting bananas, it's like the way you produce them in game using the different towers,
Absolutely.
different units. I know when we were playing last night, Calvin loves his druid strategy that produces more. So I totally agree.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%, and it's like a little side thing of like, I like Donkey Kong. It's like,
right, exactly.
So how much do we like? So not that it has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
If you're talking like bolts, studs, I see those as like the same.
Similar.
Yeah.
I like bolts more because I'm biased, but in my heart, seeing your reaction to like studs, it's like, yeah, that was pretty iconic.
It is, but I think the bolts, again, like I think what you buy with them is relevant.
Yeah.
So if the bolts are in-world, makes sense, buys gameplay things that,
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's the same thing because that's back in the day where that's all you can buy, right? Like it's not online.
Yeah.
So I'd see the thing that's like a minus for studs for me is I can't really specifically remember what you can buy with them. Like I know you can buy characters and stuff.
I thought the characters were like partially like if you find like certain like I think it was more collectibles.
Was it?
I don't remember.
Then what do you buy with a stud? Maybe you unlock different areas and things like that.
I don't know.
Whereas in Ratchet and Clank, it was like, your weapons, your armor, which are like iconic kind of things, your upgrades.
I'm going to both of these with like you're the expert there because I only played like Batman. I don't remember.
It's been a very long time since I played the Lego games, and while they're very fun, Ratchet and Clank's more fun for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit, like I'm more biased towards Ratchet and Clank. I just like the game better.
But this is our list, and if I don't care so much about studs, and you're with Ratchet and Clank, do we?
I just love the bolts, but I'm trying to think.
If you love the bolts, put the bolts on.
All right,
because I don't love the studs so much that I will take the bolts away from you.
I do love the bolts.
This is very much like go with your heart, not your head.
I try to be as impartial as possible to like. Respect what is actually good.
The point of this list is to be as partial as humanly possible.
I guess we try to skirt the line a little bit. Like I try to give respect where it's deserved, and like studs are iconic, classic currency.
Keep that respect in your head when we talk about cookies again, dude.
I'm down to put cookies. Like if we're gonna be fucking honest with ourselves, like the fact that you're talking about multiverse is like. Do you remember, like, I played this game with, like, the biggest thing you could buy is a fucking, like, factory of cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking about multiverse. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's like, there was, like, the Matrix, the multiverse. You have your dragon that comes out.
It's on.
Like,
fuck it. Like, that is disgustingly ridiculous. And that is, like, up Tyler's alley, like, 100%.
And you're going to have more cookies than ever. Like, you're in, like, duodecillions or whatever it is.
You actually learn about numbers while playing the game.
It's very educational, sure. Okay, so bananas and cookies are on the list, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny. This is this list goes where I like immediately thinking about it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be gold credits, like you get something different from the couch company. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do we want to put bolts on the list? I know you love bolts.
So we have bolts, but we do have. What's on the list right now?
So we have
bananas, cookies, bottle caps.
We say are locked. Bottle caps are locked. Are we saying that?
Well, it's bottle cap. Well,
so let me tell you what's not on the list. We have bullets, bells, coins, bolts, bottle caps. Yeah. I feel strongly about bells.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if we're putting bolts against bells, like I think I respect the bells more. Like kind of what you're talking about, where you can make money trees and you're getting shafted by a raccoon.
Truthfully, like the entire point of the game.
Exactly. Like I respect that where the currency is so integrated into the game play, and so like I totally respect that. So that's 3 things on the list.
Oh, okay, so if we put bells on,
bells, cookies, and
wait,
what was the third one?
Bells, bananas, and cookies.
Bananas and cookies. And then we talked about Mario coins.
Do we want Mario coins on there?
I don't know.
Is this another situation where we put the Hammer Bros up and then we're like, yeah, sorry, Hammer Bros. We found other ones that are better.
This is iconic. Like, I can clearly hear the coin in my head.
The only thing that I would say with Mario is I only played the side-scrolling Mario games.
Right.
So do I view the coins as a quote-unquote currency, not on the same level as any of the other stuff on the list?
Yeah, your options are kind of limited. You don't get to go to the store, browse everything.
That's what. Yeah. Like you don't like
take. Point.
You don't accumulate something and then trade it, because even like if you look, and I haven't played 64, but that's stars, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
like you're collecting stars.
But coins do something else. But I don't know if there's like a store in Mario 64.
I
don't believe so, to my recollection.
Yeah.
So yeah, even then, it's like
I could. I guess what I'm saying there is I could. So let me put it this way: if we take coins from Mario off the list, then that means bullets and bottle caps get put on. If we're taking bolts off too,
right.
if bells beat bolts, bolts comes off the list. We take Mario coins off the list due to a technicality. And then bullets and bottle caps.
How much do you like bullets?
So let me put it this way.
Okay.
I think bullets are unique and better than bottle caps, but that's again biased. Where
how do you feel about bottle caps versus bolts then? Versus coins?
I would take bottle caps over bolts.
Yeah, me too. So I think I'm good with putting bullets and bottle caps on there.
If you feel strongly about Mario over bullets, you could make that argument. I would agree.
Okay, so I mean, comparing the two, you have the iconic nature of Mario, you have the sound aspect, the downfall of it, the limited purchasing ability.
Yep.
But in Metro, you have the grittiness, you have the decision making, the aesthetic of the in-world. Although you could say the same thing about Mario, it's very in-world, it's very in the spirit of it, right?
Sure.
That's a tough one. Yeah. Well, what kind of things can you buy with bullets? Like what are we talking about?
Like upgrades and weapon attachments and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's tough, man, because they're scarce.
You go to a shop and they're just like, all right, what do you want to buy?
You pay too much for something and you're gonna die.
Oh, hey, I have this amazing gun now, but I can't fire anything out of it.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So you want bullets then? You would do bullets?
Oh man, that's so tough.
This is really, I think that's kind of what it's. So I guess I've resigned bolts.
So what's and I don't want to get, because we do have to wrap this up before we hit the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
What is the currency in Resident Evil? Do you remember? Is it just dollars?
This is
Resident Evil 4 specifically.
Resident Evil 4 was something different that was unique to only that game. I can't remember what it was.
Okay,
but it wasn't.
Only time I get the same vibe with Resident Evil. Whenever I came across a shop,
right,
I felt like every choice and decision made. I was like, okay, I really have to think through this.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about that in a game until Metro came.
Yeah,
where that's why it stuck with me.
Yeah. And there's very limited areas where you can buy things.
Right.
As well.
Yeah. You have to go into the populated areas and stuff. Yeah.
You know what?
But
can we really do this to Mario, dude? Holy shit!
Know. I will say the first thing I thought of when you were thinking about currencies, though, is coins and rings.
Yep. No, me too. And there's something to be said about that. I think personally, since I don't have as much of an attachment to Metro. Would lean towards Mario because we kind of have the same sort of vibe with the bottle caps.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know you take the bullets over the bottle caps, but I am opposite on that.
Okay, and I wouldn't, because I would respect the bottle caps are more iconic.
They are very
That's
iconic,
something
yeah.
where I'm like, all right, I can.
I think my vote is coins.
Coins and bottle caps. I'm fine with that. I do want to give a shout out though, where if you go online and you're like, hey, what are some currencies and stuff? Poke dollars are always on there and stuff. I think maybe one site had bullets and cartridges. And this is something we talked about before. Like whenever we were talking about, currencies, that'd be a good top 5. We talked about the bottle caps and the bullets and stuff like that.
And I don't know, like I don't want to be. It's a double-edged sword because I don't want to be like, oh, put Mario coins on because they're so iconic, but I also don't want to be like, put bullets on because nobody does that.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying, like I'm just happy that we talked about it.
No, I think if there is an honorable mention, but I think bullets is a very strong
number 6. Bullets.
I think it was very cool. That I didn't even think about that, but that is a cool dynamic for sure.
Cool. All right, so the 5 we have currently are bells, bananas, coins, bottle caps, and cookies. Didn't get past the first 3 letters of the alphabet, but that's where we're at.
All right, number 5. What are we thinking?
Looking at this, I mean, you never really played Animal Crossing, right? Although bells are
bells is
good.
like, so I would think you would really want to fight for that. I'm kind of, this is kind of nuts.
Coins,
but
right?
Right, because they barely made it.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay.
If bullets is 6 and coins barely edged it out,
so
I put coins 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel okay about that actually, and I can hear the universe yelling at me, but I don't care.
Speaking of
it's
universes,
my fucking list.
Speaking of universes, where do you feel cookies are coming in at?
I was gonna say bottle caps 4. I respect the cookie universe.
Wow,
dude, it is fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
It's funny because they're like literally the ticker, like the news ticker on cookie is like currency's dead.
I remember
it's just cookies now.
Dollars are gone.
Yeah,
cookies are like you've taken over the world. Like I love that silliness and aspect of it.
I can't believe I'm questioning. Can we do that to bottle caps?
I think we can.
Okay,
dude. While bottle caps is cool, iconic, and an awesome idea, the fact that you're like, we have taken over Earth 2 because of your cookie system.
Buddy, you're not going to get an argument.
What the fuck is happening? Like, this is like, you talk about creative.
Yeah.
That's like, they're just like, how far can we push this? Have we gotten to our limit yet? Nope.
Right.
Nope. The grandmas are like demons. Like, what is I don't fucking know. I don't even know.
So, I mean, all right.
You talk about numbers going up, like nothing's touching that.
Nothing, absolutely. So then we have bells, bananas, and cookies.
I will put the cookies in bronze at this point.
Okay. I feel fine with that.
Now, this is the tough discussion.
Me personally, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I would put bells first. Or, well, not for, I don't want to jump the gun, but I would put bells above bananas.
Okay.
I feel like because you haven't played Animal Crossing, that's a tough thing to do.
You're exactly right. But if I'm being honest with myself, this is tough because bananas can buy you a lot of cool things.
I know.
But, oh man, this is fucking tough. Like in my heart of hearts, I want to say bananas, but I think I know deep down that bells are like more expansive, more integrated into the game.
If you go into a person's island.
Yeah.
And you see their island, how they did everything. You're just like, oh, this guy is wealthy.
Bells, yeah.
With bananas, it's like every new game is like a reset.
Yes, and that's and
you use the cash. Like you don't actually use bananas to buy anything outside of that.
Right.
So
so outside dollars. Of that, it's the monkey
that's kind of
cash.
where I'm at.
I think I'm with you.
You gave me Kraken a couple weeks back.
I did.
And snuck that.
No, I think I'm with you. Like I have a respect for Animal Crossing, even though I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who have. I've seen it. I can understand that like it is so integrated into like there's a whole market and values of things and different ways to produce money and
like people are paying millions of bells for like different.
And I love how everyone hates that
stuff,
fucking raccoon because he robs your bells pretty much.
Nintendo knows this and like dives into that meme. Yeah.
So I totally like that. Is bananas too high though? Would you put cookies above bananas?
That's so tough. It is a couch. So personally, probably as a couch company thing.
Because the bananas are kind of falling in the rankings to me, and I know we've spent too much time on this, but they're falling in the rankings for me because of the reset portion of it.
Yeah.
So
But think about it this way. Cookies, technically, you reset too because you ascend and you do this whole thing. Oh, you don't know? Do you know about that?
No.
Oh, you can ascend and it resets your game. It prestiges your game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you're like God or something? Or what? Like, I don't...
It resets to 0 and you get like buffs. And then if you have like 1 million prestige points, that's 1,000,000% faster cookie production on your next run.
I don't.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Are bottle caps too low?
If it was me,
okay,
I would. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not a big Fallout guy.
Me neither.
Like when I'm looking at that stuff, I agree with you.
But the things you can buy in Fallout are permanent and cool.
It's more of a currency than what bananas are.
But I love how you produce bananas.
Yes,
that's the big sticking point to me.
I mean, if you look at it in the time and place within the game, bananas are just as much currency as all the other ones.
Yeah.
So like, I get what you're saying is like, there's no real.
I mean, the best thing you have to show for it is definitely bells because you have your property that like this is.
Yeah, it's like you just keep growing.
Product
growing,
of my
growing.
work
Yeah.
of bells.
Right.
You don't get that in balloons.
Yeah.
And not really in Fallout. Like, yeah, you're a badass and you have like super armor.
But Fallout, you can have like I guess it isn't multiple. I guess technically it would be because there is 76, so you could show stuff with that.
That's a good point.
Not that that's a prerequisite.
Not that that's a good game.
Yeah, well, I think I hear it got better. I don't know.
All right, I think maybe I just trust my gut and keep things how they are.
So right now it's bells, bananas, cookies, bottle caps, coins.
Are we disrespecting coins too much? I'm so unsure of myself.
No, I think they're lucky they got on the list as far as I'm concerned.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
But with gold, credits, and bullets.
I'm so down on bananas right now for some reason. Because
so
that
weird.
whole aspect you just brought up where it's like, yeah, dude, this is what I have to show for my bells. And I'm like, yeah, I don't, bananas go away.
But again,
every time.
in the moment, in the thing, nothing. So I guess the only other thing with that is with all of this, I would say nothing is, well, maybe cookies, but cookies are, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Nothing is as important as a banana in the moment that you're getting them.
And I will say I love, and this was happening last night when we were playing through it, the sound that it makes when you're just getting an influx of bananas. You just get like 10K bananas. Now you can buy your upgrade. That the dopamine you get with that feels very good.
I completely agree.
All right, let's. I'm going to trust my gut. Let's leave it where it is.
All right, we have 4 minutes to fly through this.
Fly through it.
Number 5, we have coins from the Mario games.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Number 4, bottle caps from Fallout.
Yep.
Number 3, cookies from Cookie Clicker.
That's amazing.
Number 2, bananas from, we're going to say Bloons. Donkey Kong and all other monkey games, sure, but we're
if you're a DK fan,
Bloons, bananas, yeah.
You can be in spirit
yeah.
on that.
Then the number 1 best currency on the Couch Company is bells from Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I feel good about that list, even though I was just losing my mind about it 2 seconds ago.
I think when you sleep on it, when we play some more Bloons, you're going to love it.
I think you're absolutely right. Well, that's what we got.
Yeah.
And that was a jam-packed episode. We were like, we're going to make this shorter. Nope. Psych.
It's all right. It's a trim 2 hours.
A trim.
Yeah.
A little thin 2 hours. So we're going to be doing this same time, same place next week. We appreciate you for joining us. Like we said earlier, you can find all of our content on couchcompany.games. All of our links are there. Check out our Twitter. Tuesday, Thursday, we got polls. Monday, we got something. I tried the Music Monday thing, but that was the links on Twitter are like weird when you link it to YouTube.
It gets a little wonky.
All right, anyways, I don't have much time. So check out couchcompany.games. It has all of our stuff there. And that's all we got. As always, thank you so much for joining us on the couch. We'll see you next time. Peace.